Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Today, we're going to take a look at 2022. What? I don't know. 2022, the draft picks, the cap room, and how we're going to start as an organization to get back into the winning ways. I think that's going to happen in starting 2022 and really ramp it up in 2023. And we're going to talk about a bunch of other things today. But first, I got to bring in the main man, a man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, we have the main course, the Wall of Fame, Detroit Lions on the Prowl trivia, your comment cards, the question of the day, and dessert with your man, Curt. Hey, as always, please join the channel, subscribe. Hey, be part of the family, because we don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We got family, and it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Let's get this thing started
right now.
There you go. Welcome back to the show, people. Now it's time to look into the future to 2022. Jim, what you got?
I got a lot on this today. We're going to talk about the draft picks. So far, the Lions have 2 first-round picks, and they have a pick in each round. And in the 7th round, they swap picks with Cleveland, and that was a trade. And so we have Cleveland's 7th round pick. They have ours. Also, we traded a pick. We traded for a pick from the Patriots. Michael Jackson, not the one you're thinking of, got traded to the Patriots, and we got a conditional 7th. Now, I'm not sure what the conditions were, so we'll have to wait on that. Compensatory picks. Now, this is a very interesting thing. I'm going to hit it very quickly. The Lions could land up to 4 compensatory picks, but Over the Cap has already given us what we will probably land for next year's picks. And if you're ready for it, here they are. We got a 3rd round pick for Kenny Golladay. It's going to be the 59th overall pick, according to Over the Cap. Marvin Jones yields the Lion as a 5th round pick at number 263, and Jamal Agnew will net us a 6th round pick, number 430. So that ends up giving us 2 thirds, 2 firsts, 2 fifths, 2 sixths, and possibly 2 sevenths for the 2022 draft. Now, why didn't we get some compensatory picks for Matt Prater and Jared Davis? Here's the explanation. We lost Jared Davis and Matt Prater, but Jamal Williams canceled out Jared Davis, and Brashad Perryman cancels out Matt Prater. So those 2 are canceled out. If we would get rid of anyone else, we could land 4 compensatory picks total. The team can only get 4 in a season. So that's, I wanted to let you know that. Cap space for the 2022 season looks like $47 million right now. Of course, we have to re-sign players, and then there's the draft for next year, and we got plenty of things going on there. The projected cap space by Over the Cap for next year is $203 million. So you can see why just 2011 isn't the end all be all for that. But you got some news on the Lions' top 6 needs for the 2021 draft.
Yeah, looking at the 2021 draft, and this article came out from ProwdDetroit.com, written over there by Jeremy Reisman, friend of the show. You know who he is, the Stash himself. So the 6 top needs for the Detroit Lions, according to Prowl Detroit, we have wide receiver, and they have 2 of those: an offensive tackle, a defensive tackle, which it says in parentheses a nose tackle, an off the ball linebacker. Now, this article was pre the young fellow that's on the other day, Quentin Darby, a cornerback and a safety. But I still think cornerback, because you're going to have to get a little younger at that position, and because safety. some of the guys that we draft, we sign a little long in the too. But yeah, safety, corner, line, off the ball linebacker. I like these draft needs. We can get younger at some of these positions and really get like I said, we're going to get who we want instead of just what we want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And going to go into another Detroit Lions news and rumor. Rumor is that the Lions could trade up for Penei Sewell, but should they, Curt?
Should they? I think it's possible that he'll be there. The problem is, and I think for me, I think the biggest team that would shock me if or not shock me, that has potential to take him is Cincinnati, but they lost on weapons. So I think they go offense. I think they go wide receiver, weapon, or tight end. So I'm thinking they're going Pitts or Chase. So Atlanta Falcons, and now they are talking to a ton of teams out there for that number 4 pick. They said that teams are calling them. They had a number of calls. And one thing that Penei Sewell has already been tagged as a potential Pro Bowl caliber offensive tackle just coming into the draft. He hasn't even played it down yet. He doesn't even have a team yet, and he's been projected as a perennial Pro Bowler by many sources out there.
And I think he's going to fall to us too. It's close. I mean, there's a couple of teams in there that scare me, but if Atlanta's trading out, Atlanta was one of the places I thought he might go.
Right.
So either that or they would
if Atlanta's trading out, there's somebody's coming for a quarterback.
That's what I think too. I think all 4 quarterbacks are gone by the time we get to that pick. I don't think we have any opportunity to trade back. If we have Sewell on the board, I don't trade back with him on the board. Take him.
No, not even close. And speaking of that, there are rumors that, swirling around about what the Lions' intentions are with the number 7 pick. Do they go quarterback? Do they trade back? Do they stand pat? The Lions have several open options. This is according to Jeremy Reisman, again, over at Detroit. What do you think? I think that the Lions kind of stay pat, and if Sewell's there, that's what we take.
I think they stand pat at 7. I think they trade back in maybe the 3rd round or the 2nd round. I can see them trying to trade back and accumulate picks, but I don't think it's going to be in the 1st round. You got to have a trade partner, and it has to make sense for the Lions too. I mean, Brad Holmes has been really, really good at getting late round picks. So, I mean, you never know. We could trade with a Washington football team. It could trade with somebody down there a little further. Could be New England. But at this point, if Sewell's there, I don't even take any phone calls. I march up to the podium, and that's it. It's over. I'm taking Sewell and build this offensive line to be a dominant force for the future. I think you can't miss there, in my opinion. And there was a couple of people that said Sewell, he's a left tackle and we already have one. No, we play him at right tackle right away. We keep our left tackle, whose name always escapes me. Taylor Decker. Yeah. I never can remember him. I don't know why. It's just my memory stuff.
Yeah.
But we keep Taylor Decker at his spot. Sewell, as he matures, will eventually take that spot over, and we either can trade Decker, which would have a lot of value, or we let him walk and get some compensatory pick for him, and then we keep drafting offensive line. I'm sorry, I think that's the best way to go. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I believe so as well. And one thing that happened a few weeks ago, and the one thing I really like about, before we get into that, one thing I like about that predicament, I like the fact that we can solidify and have a dominant offensive, and Detroit has never had that since I've been watching football.
Me neither.
We've never had a dominant offensive line that really can take control of a game. We've had, where they played in spurts that way, but never where it's a consistent, dominant offensive line. That's what we could build with Penei Sewell.
Just think of the holes that DAndre Swift could run through.
Yes. And speaking of DAndre Swift, now here is a article that was written by Daniel Kelly. He writes over there at All Lions Fans Nation over there on SI. And he has 4 success keys for DAndre Swift in 2021. He says the first thing DAndre Swift should do is he should not hesitate in the backfield. So that means he gets the ball and just goes. He's just, he takes a handoff. He doesn't hesitate. He just sees, uses his vision, and go. And that's one of the keys that new running backs coach and assistant head coach, Deuce Staley, said in his presser, or really like keys to a good running back in his interview with Pride of Detroit. Another thing is keeping his pad level lower. So he needs to lower his pad level, making sure he gets the leverage on the defensive tackler, so he can make sure he gets his pad lower than the other guy, so he can, bounce off or make a good hit. Third, he had Swift needs to bounce runs inside to the outside more often using his vision, because he's a very good runner when he bounces the runs outside. I did see that a lot. When he was able to bounce runs outside, he was more effective. And the last one, he said he needs to be more consistent catching the football out of the backfield. Now, I think he is a decent pass catcher out of the backfield. But however, he did miss some, of course, we all know that the heartbreaking missed catch in the first game of the season versus the Bears, but actually he missed more than that. He had 57 targets and only caught 46 of them.
He does need to catch better.
That's still a decent, now catching 46 out of 57 is a decent percentage, but you want that to be just a little bit consistently a little bit higher.
Two things about this for me. One, I'm going to add a number 5 to this key for success for DAndre Swift, and that is our offensive line. We need to be creating holes for him. We need to have a better run blocking scheme than we've had. And Penei Sewell fits really well with all that. So that's another thing that I want for him. Another thing about Swift and that pass percentage, that he was very good in college. I don't think he dropped a pass or something like that, but
it's crazy.
But a lot of people had come over here like Golden Tate and all these had these huge catch percentages, but when they were getting the ball thrown to them by Stafford, who has a gun for an arm, their percentages all went down. And that's just because, like Eric Ebron said, and there's other people that have said this, that, your hands get really hurt catching the ball from Matthew Stafford. Jared Goff will not be that same thing. And so I think there might be a rise in the percentage of catches from Goff because of the softer throws.
Definitely. I think
possibly.
I'm just interested to see how Deuce Staley really impacts his game, going forward. And speaking of that, is catching the ball. The first couple of years in Georgia, he actually played slot because of all those running backs that were in front of him. So he had to go out and get out on the field and catch the ball out of and line up at the wide receiver position. So that's just how he kind of matriculated in his college career.
All right, man, a lot of good information today from Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Right now, I want to tell you, we have a affiliation now with Fanatics, and I am so excited about this because if you click the link below in the description, you can get all your Lions gear for the 2021 season and also help the show as you do it. If you're going to buy your Lions gear anyway, just click that link below and go shopping and help the program. It's really a big help.
Yeah. And check out their My Rewards program. The My Points, they have a really good program over there. I've earned plenty of free Lions gear shopping over there, where I spend, your boy Curt still, all the hats and most of the stuff I get that I wear, I've gotten from Fanatics, cups, and, it's just a great program, and you can earn, not only would you help the show, but you can earn yourself some free Lions gear shopping over on Fanatics.
That's true. Speaking of helping the show, we're going to go to the Wall of Fame right now. And Curt, who do you got on that Wall of Fame today?
All right, on the Wall of Fame, of course, we have our bronze members, Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, Bubba Bo, Art Allen, and North End Ken. I'm a Northwest End fella myself, growing up on the northwest side of Flint. Silver members, we got Nomus J and Gold Lions. All right, and our gold members, we have Bob Croso, Turner Burley, Jess and the D, Show Me BC, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, Gridiron Blitz, and that Dr. Detroit is always in. Those are our gold members. If you want to learn more about becoming a member of the channel, just click the Join Now button down in the description. You will find out all you need to know about becoming a member of the channel.
So now we go to Detroit Lions trivia, and this is on Facebook and Twitter, in our Facebook group, on Facebook, and on our Twitter channel. This one, we stumped everybody, man. There are no winners today. This is going to be a very hard question. I'm not kidding you.
Can your boy Curt still, can he get it today?
If you get it, you're on the wall today, and you're going to be the Facebook and Twitter winner.
Okay.
Who was?
He went to Ohio. He went to Michigan State.
Yeah. Who was the number? Okay, let me do the question first.
Okay, go ahead.
Who was the Lions' first pick in their first NFL draft, and what position did he play?
All right. So we know he went to Michigan State because of the clues that we dropped on Twitter. He was a guard, offensive lineman coming out of college, and I believe his name was, Sid Wagner.
I think that's right. I actually think that's right.
And the reason I know this is because I've asked Shawnee J the exact same question on Detroit on Die Hard Den podcast. That's why I know that.
So you cheated? No, I'm just kidding.
I have that because I brought that knowledge in. I brought that knowledge in from the other show. It was we had a question and answer segment called Stump the Sean, and because Shawnee J is definitely one of those guys. He knows his Detroit Lions trivia, and he actually knows that. So that's why I kind of gained to know from my man Shawnee J over there on Die Hard Den podcast.
He is a wealth of knowledge.
Like I said, the only guy I ever see beat him in Detroit Lions trivia is Eric Schlitt from over there at Pride of Detroit.
Yeah, we got to have him on again too. Yeah. We got to talk to him about coming on again too. I can't believe you got that. I'm still trying to make sure the answer is correct. I'm still looking. You're absolutely right. Sid Wagner is the answer, and Curt, you are the winner today.
That's your boy. Hey,
I love it.
And shout out to my nephew Michael Boone. He bought me a Detroit sports trivia card pack, so that's how I know like some of that stuff. So it has like Pistons and Red Wings and Tigers and the Lions, of course. So that's why I got a lot of my questions from there. So shout out to him as well.
Maybe we do one for our YouTube followers every day if we use those cards. I mean, that would be fun. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments below if you want to do some Detroit Lions trivia with your people here at Detroit Lions on the Prowl. If you want to do that, just let us know, because that would be so much fun too.
Definitely.
Trying to have a good time with our Lions, because sometimes it's not such a good time when we watch them.
Sometimes it is not. Sometimes it is not.
Let's go to what you said today. We have an honorary mention today because I did these today and I wanted this extra one in here. So we'll have Curt do two of them at the end. Double duty. Okay. AJ Thomas, the phenomenal AJ Thomas, says Swift Mountain, and these are the answers for the rides at Disneyland. So
at Disneyland. Kamikaze. Yeah. Whoa, Disneyland. That's Swift Mountain. I like that one.
Decker Towers. And you can't forget the very slow Tavai River. The one where you kind of lounge around in those tires or whatever and just float.
Yep. That's very true. They did on lazy river. Yeah.
The lazy
river. Yeah, I've been on those kind of rides. All right. Those are some great names, AJ. Steve Garwood says, in college, Luke Staley was great. Ryan Burrow said, and I watched him at Oklahoma because I lived out in Oklahoma for a while. So that's kind of like my team. I kind of watch out there because I lived out there for a while. Said all the records, he was a phenomenal receiver in college. We spent draft picks on them knowing that they were rehabbing injuries. Ernie Sims sounded like he had an aneurysm or might get one.
He did too. But I get that. I get the point, Everybody was great in college and everybody was good, but we all knew they were good before injury. And that is kind of the thing. Luke Staley, we didn't get, but you know what I mean? To me, that's why I have such a hard time with injured players. I don't have such a hard time with it on the 1-year deals as I've been thinking about it. But I do have a problem with it if we're going to be drafting those type of people. I think of Javid Best and a lot of those people as well.
Yeah, that Javid Best thing. Like I
he
saw
was
him,
amazing.
like he was, but I saw him just kind of. I saw one of the concussions at Cal, and I was like, "Whoa!" I mean, I was like, I knew this was going to be an issue for him going forward.
Yeah. Arian Mendoza, new to the show for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect an immediate impact on this team with any draft pick. It's going to take at least 2 full seasons to get competitive and run for a division title. So I would go with selecting the best player available. And me too. I still think the best player available would be Penei Sewell if he's there. Yeah. And I know a lot of people want Jamar Chase. I know they do.
Yeah, I do. I mean,
I think he's going to Cincinnati.
I don't think he'll be there.
That's where I think he lands. I think Jamar Chase goes to Cincinnati.
And I believe, and the reason I believe that is because of the fact that if his draft stock is crazy because of his 40 time and then his vertical and then what he did in the 40. So that's why his draft stock is going off the chart for him.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Miles Gibbs, he's a gold member, friend of the show. He is. I totally agree with you guys. Let's build an offensive line to not only protect Goff, but our future quarterback and make holes for our running backs. Do you think we could get a safety in free agency, or should we just wait for the draft? Thank you guys. You're awesome. Proud Family Prime. Hey, thanks for that. You're part of the family, baby. Do I think that we should get a safety now? It's an option with the salary cap that we saved on Jared Goff by restructuring his deal. We can probably sign another one of those 1-year proven deals for a safety. I can get that, but I still think we need to draft one as well.
This is difficult for me because the safety position in the draft, not great. No. It really isn't. I would try to get something in free agency, but you can't fill every hole in 1 year. It's not going to happen, guys. I want it to happen, but I don't think it will. I think we do grab a safety in the draft. I think we're going to roll with him. I think we're going to get a free agent safety. I think we're going to do Will Harris, Tracy Walker, and roll with those 4 at this point.
But you said this earlier in the show. We talked about Brad Holmes and him finding those gems. Just ask Cleveland about his late round secondary picks because they signed half of them this offseason in Cleveland. So I mean, just ask those guys. Ask Cleveland about what Brad Holmes can do in the secondary in the late to middle round. So he picks up those gems. So hopefully he can do it here in Detroit.
I agree. I think he will. And I'm very, very optimistic about this regime. And I had a question about this too. You seem like you're really optimistic about this regime, but you complain about what they do. I'm a Lions fan. I'm going to complain about what they do. make no mistake.
Do you not know? I mean, you have to know your audience. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
it isn't only that. For me, it's like, no, I don't want to go get injured players. I don't. I want to see us get people that are young, that can grow with the team, that has potential, that can grow with a new draft class, that type of thing. We kind of have that, but I see what they're doing, and I like where we're at. I like where we're going to be, more than I like where we're at, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, Jeffrey Benovitz says we have to stop letting our guards go. Warford, Lake and Tomlinson, and Graham Glasgow. I want defense. We both want defense, but you don't always get what you want in the draft. And this year's draft, I don't see a real good first rounder, but there's some good talent, second, third round linebackers and stuff there. Yeah. So I don't, but I do agree with you. Warford was a mistake, but Warford underperformed in his third year here. He just did. Lake and Tomlinson was a bust until he went to San Francisco.
He played great out there in San Francisco. And I know that War Daddy did his thing down there. And
Graham Glasgow is a mystery to me why they let him go. I think that's just the stupidity of
I think that system out there. I'm not sure what he's doing out there in Denver, but I didn't like the fact that we let him walk. That's the one guy that the offensive lineman, I was like, why'd you let him walk? That's your backup center.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. And even if he isn't the best, I mean, whatever, we could have replaced him later, but whatever.
He's better than except I would say of the guys that replaced him in Detroit, besides Jackson, he was better than all those guys.
I have a comment about Jeffrey. because I was looking at some of the other things and it didn't make the comment cards. But we have a listener in Taiwan. Jeffrey is in Taiwan for work and he lives in Taiwan, listens to our show. So show is truly international now. Thank you, Jeffrey, for listening all the way over there. I appreciate you.
Of course, we got Philippines on demand as well.
Yes, true.
So those guys say, and then we have actually a couple other people that in the Philippines. I know Shawnee J, Samoa, his people check us out over there. Die Hard Dan and Lines on the Prowl over there in the Philippines as well.
Okay, we got
all right. Doug Prince, what's up, Dougie? All right, 72. All right, he says, can we talk about all the stupid draft projections of us taking Pitts at 7? I'm sick of not shoring up the offensive front. So he grunts at that. You have I don't understand it. I get what you're saying. I don't think Pitts is there at 7.
No, I don't think. I think Pitts.
I don't think Pitts or Chase is there at 7. And I keep seeing like people. I saw a projection where Penei Sewell goes 8 to the Carolina. I saw a couple of those where he goes 8 to the Panthers. Man,
it's possible.
If Sewell is there at 7, the Lions are drafting him at 7.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'll do this last one just because I can get it up there. We have another answer to our question. Our question yesterday was just for fun. Let's come up with some more rides for Disneyland. And Tekken Gasties, I think that's how you say it. Bob Quinn's Haunted Draft Room Mansion or Lost Kneecap Mountain. He says, "Go Lions." I appreciate that comment. I had to throw it in there because it was really funny. But wow, this has been a great show so far. We're almost to the end. But first, we're going to do the question of the day. Today's question of the day: do you trade up for anyone in this draft? And if so, who? So do you trade up for anyone in this draft? And if so, who? And now we're to the my favorite part of the show, the Dessert with Curt.
All right. So over there at Pride of Detroit, and this article came out the other day, and it really, for me, has to do with our partnership with Fanatics. It kind of ties in, right? So you all know that New Era took over the draft caps, doing the hats for the NFL a few years ago. And the Pride of Detroit rated the top 10 draft caps in this era. So let me show you a couple that I have that's on this board. So in 2018, which is the number 9 overall for the power rankings for the draft cap, is the One Pride. So you got the One Pride here, and then you have the inside. I don't know, mine is dirty. It says Defend the Den. You don't want to see that dirty, nasty inside of my bill. All right. And then so you have so in 2019 was number 19. That's the one with the Stars and Stripes. Then you had that One Pride was number 9. Number 8 was 2014. It had the line with the blue with the blacked out bill. Excuse me. And then 2017 had the reflective line. And we go down to 2006. It had the all black cap. That was the last year of the Reebok cap. 2017 we had another white with reflective. But then, and number 4 was the 2012 had this. I had this version of it. It was this cap. This version was the 2004. The 2012 cap was the number 4 power ranking for their draft caps.
Nice.
All right. So, and then 2003 you had the kind of the faded, the 2 Lions colors on the bill. 2015 you had a kind of another reflective line, but the number one rated draft cap was, guess what? The 2020 draft cap, the Motor City Lions cap, was the number 1 ranked draft cap by Pride of Detroit. And a lot of these caps, trust me, I tell you, I got them over there on fanatics.com. You can go over there and just get some good gear and really, support the show. But like I said, you can earn free gear over there. Actually, I got this, and I'm a Michigan fan. I got this for free from the points that I earned over there with their fan cash reward points program. So go over there and check it out on fanatics.com. You can check the link down in the description below. And it is always, hey, but those draft caps, I try to get one every year for definitely if I like it. But that Motor City one, I had to get that one. I love that colorway with the black and the Honolulu blue. It was just a really good draft cap.
Those sound good, and you can get those Fanatics stuff right in our link below. Just click the see more button and go to get those draft caps and everything else that you might like from Detroit Lions. It's going to be awesome, and it was a great deal for us to hook up with them. Final thoughts today. We have our 1 o'clock today Zoom meeting with our gold members. If you are not a gold member yet, you can go to the join now button, upgrade to gold, or become a gold member and be in on that Zoom call today with us. And our gold members. We kick back, we talk Lions, we have a back and forth discussion, just learn more about us. It'll be a lot of fun. So you can do that. Also, tomorrow, we are doing a mock draft 1 through 10. Me and Curt, we're going to go back over it since there's been trades and all the crazy stuff that's happened, people falling, people going up. So we're going to do that tomorrow morning. Friday, we have our Friday free-for-all. It's going to be 11 o'clock a.m. live, a live show for you guys once a week so that we can just interact with our people, live on the show. Love doing that for you guys, and it's going to be a great time. So tune into that too. But now go for the end of the show with my man, Curt.
Hey, my final thoughts for the show. We appreciate you. And today's shirt, it says, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. So this is my shirt for today. I'm still doing autism acceptance and awareness months, in honor of my son Curtis III, who's up there. You can hear him in the background sometimes. So he kicking it, he doing his thing. He always makes the show sometimes. So that's just what it is. And as always, please, hey, subscribe to the channel, join the family. Because we don't have fans. We don't got viewers. We got family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Share the video, like the video, comment on the video. All of these things help us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. And if you have some questions for us for Friday's show, make sure you drop them in the comments tomorrow. I'm doing the day because we may get lost in the sauce. But tomorrow during the show, make sure you drop us some questions for Friday.
Yeah, we have a special guest coming up that we're going to reveal on tomorrow's show.
So
gold members, you're going to find out today, but tomorrow for everyone else, you're going to find out who that special guest is. It's going to join us live on Friday. I think you're really going to like it. So
it is going to be
sorry about that, Curt. I mean to interrupt your flow there.
It's good. It's good. But get your questions ready for Friday and drop them tomorrow so we can, take a chance so we can kind of look at them and, so we know what's kind of coming up so we can answer your questions in the best possible manner. You know how we do it. And you can check us out over on bellyupsports.com. They just redid the website over there. So it's more interactive. You have a ton of podcasts over there, and you can check out some great articles by some talented writers over there on bellyupsports.com. And don't forget to click that link below to get you some fresh gear for the new season over there on fanatics.com. And you just don't get Lions gear over there. You can get whatever team you want. You can get Lions, you can get Tigers, you can get Pistons, and you can get the Red Wings, University of Michigan, Michigan State. But of course, get some Lions gear because that's what we do right here on the Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Hey, it is Wednesday, hump day, baby. You're almost through the week. Get through it, and whatever you do, you got to bounce up. All out and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man Jim, right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.